Hello guys, welcome to Net Experts. My name is Siddhanshu Kapoor. Today I'm going to discuss about basic commands of PowerShell in Windows 10. I covered Server 2019 PowerShell commands also in my upcoming sessions. So let's start the session guys. So once I open the PowerShell, so in Windows 10, PowerShell is automatically installed. As you can see that this is the icon of PowerShell. Okay, if I move cursor my this, so this is the PowerShell as you can see that. So in Windows 10, PowerShell is automatically installed. Windows 7, Windows 8 you can install manually as well. Okay, so this is known as a PowerShell. So if I go to start, and you can see that on the down, you can go to over there you can find PowerShell also. Windows PowerShell. So go down over there you can see that PowerShell is there. So you can expand it there, and we have the PowerShell. So now we have two types of PowerShell in Windows 10. We have a Windows PowerShell. One is Windows PowerShell 86. 86 means 32-bit edition. Okay. One is Windows PowerShell ISE and one is Windows PowerShell ISE x86. So we have two components, Windows PowerShell and Windows PowerShell ISE. So first I'll showing you Windows PowerShell. So I just click on Windows PowerShell. So it's a basic scripting tool, as you can see that. It's a kind of scripting tools. If you want to run a script or if you want to do automation, so we can use PowerShell. Okay, it's a it's not a command line interface, or it's a command line interface, but it's not a similar to command prompt. Okay, it's also a command line interface like CMD, but it's not similar to CMD. So we can run CMD commands also in PowerShell. Okay, like if you want to run some CMD commands like dir, okay, make directory, mkdir directory, okay, like this. So we can use this also. So now first I customize the PowerShell. So I'll showing you how we can customize the PowerShell first. So if you want to change something, so you have to just right click on this taskbar, and we have the option properties, and over there you have some options. Like if I click on options, over there we can small, medium and large cursor size. Okay, we can go for buffer size. Buffer size means 50, so it means it remember 50 commands. Okay, buffer size is 50, so it remembers 50 commands maximum. Number of buffers 4, and we have some other options also in that. Now if you click on fonts, in fonts you need to increase or decrease the fonts. Right now the font size is 14, so I'll go for 18 for this video, because I want that all the people are able to see clearly. Okay, and we have a font style also. Like if you want to change the handwriting style, you can go for handwriting style also, like this. You can see that this changes over there. Okay, so we can choose by default. This is the okay with me. Now we have a layout option is there, so you can say that we can manage the width and height of the screen. This is the height and width of screen. So if you need to change this, so you can change it also. You need to uncheck this wrap text output on resize, and you need to resize yourself also. Like if I need to, as you can see that I can increase this width size also, I can decrease the width size also. Okay, like if I go for 121, so it's fixed with the screen, and if I go to decrease this, we can decrease. Like if I go to 0 over there, so it's like height, how much height you want to do. Okay, so you can see that the height is now 4 and 4. You can go for like this. So by default it's 2000, so 2000 it shows like this, so it's automatically previewed over there. Okay, so as you can see that we can go for that with window size. Now you can width and change the height of window size as well. Okay, we can change the font as well. So this is the customized option. So if I right click on that, we have the option properties, and these are the customized. So right now I choose only font size, it's 18. Now you're able to see this. Okay, now before I start the PowerShell, I open once my C drive. In C drive I make one test folder over there. So I go to open the folder, I go for test over there. Okay, I don't want to go for C, I just go for E. Okay, so I'll go for E drive, and over there I can go for the test folder over there. So I go for test. Okay, and in test folder I can create one test file. That is test.txt file is there. Okay, fine. So I can create one folder, and in that folder I can create one file. Now I'll showing you how we can use PowerShell. Okay, so if I'll showing you, first command is dir. So dir is running over there. So right now I'm in C user set. This is the present directory I have. So if I enter it, so as you can see that we have the option dir. So dir command runs in your CMD also, and dir runs in your PowerShell also. Okay, so if you see the dir, so they gives you list of all the directories which is created on this present location. Okay. Now if I using the Linux commands, so Linux we can use ls. Okay, so if you enter it, so as you can see that Linux command is also running over there. So PowerShell is based on Linux, as you can see that. Okay, those who knows Unix or Linux, they easily manage PowerShells. So we have a ls command also is there to check the directory. Okay, now if you want to go for that, so like dir and ls, we can use both the commands. Now if I want to check the version, that which version I'm using right now, the PowerShell version. Okay, so the command is get host, get hyphen host. Okay, and hit on enter after that. So they're showing you we are using version 5.1.7.17134.854.858. This is the version of my PowerShell. Okay, so if you want to check the version, so the version is this. Understood? Okay. Now now if we have the option, now these are the Linux and cmd commands. Now we have a PowerShell commands also, like if I, this is the first command of PowerShell, get host, if I need to check the PowerShell version. Now if I need to check my location where I am running right now, they're showing me already my location is in C drive. As you can see that my C drive user set, they're already showing me my location. If I need to check the location with the command, so over there we have the location command is get location get location. If you enter it, they're showing me that right now this is my location. Or we have a shortcut command also, you can go for GL also. Just press GL and enter it, so it gives you the present location where you're working right now. Understood? Fine. Now if I need to, now we have a command. Now I already told you that you already know that in E drive I already make one test folder. Okay, so now I enter that test folder. Okay, so how we can go for that? We have the command set location. We go for set location. Okay, and now I need to give the path where I need to go. I need to go E drive and go for text folder. Okay, and I hit on enter. So as you can see that right now I'm in E drive text. So I'm in the folder right now. Okay, instead of set location, you can use SL also. Okay, I'll showing you as SL also. Like if I go to ls, they're showing me that we have one directory over there, test.txt. We already make. Okay, remember, like so this we have. Okay, now if I need to move this item, if I need to move this text in E drive or C drive, so like we can go for that. Like imagine I go for that, we go for move. So we go for move item. This is the command to move some item. Okay, or you can use mi also. So if I use mi also like this, mi, simple. Now I need to define the file which I need to move. So I need to move text.txt, and then I need to define the location where I need to move. I need to move in C drive. Okay, and I hit on enter now. Okay, the access. Okay, I don't have access on the C drive. Okay, so we'll go for E drive. Okay, then. Okay, by default this file saves in E drive in text folder. Okay, so I need to move into E drive only. Okay, so text, now I need to go to E. Okay, and enter it. So as you can see that now it's moved. Now if I click on ls, so as you can see that in E drive, in E test folder, there is the file is not there now. Okay, now if I go if I go back, so now it's automatically saved in the E drive. So like I'm showing you, like if you go to cd slash, you need to go back. Okay, so right now I'm in E, and if I click on ls, so they're showing me the test folder. It is the test folder, a test file is there. You can say no, it's a folder. Okay, so I'll go for test file. It is a test file is there, as you can see that. If I open the drive, as you can see that if I go to my E drive, and over there we have a file name test.txt. Previously it's in test folder. Now there is no test, it's nothing in test folder, or there is moved into test.txt file. It's outside the folder, that E drive. Okay, like this. So now if I need to create a new item, if I need to create a new test file, okay, in the folder or in the E drive. Okay, so we'll go for like this, new hyphen item. Okay, and then we need to define the file name which you want to create. I go for test2.txt. Okay, and hit on enter after that. So as you can see that test2 is created in E drive. So if I go for ls, and I see that, so you can say that test.txt is previously is there, and now test2.txt is there. Understood? Okay. Now if I need to remove this, so I'll go for the command is remove hyphen item, remove item, and then go for I want to remove test2.txt file. Okay, so as you can hit enter it, so you can say that it's removed. Now you can check it, ls, so no test2.txt is there now. Clear? Now if I need to move this test.txt to again to test folder. Okay, so how we can go for that? So right now I'm already in E drive, so I go for mi, then go for test.txt. Where I need to move? I need to move in E drive test and enter it. So now you can see that ls. So it's not showing me my test file over there. It's showing me the test folder only. So if I go to test folder, so I go for cd test, okay, and I just go for ls test. Okay, so we can go for that file is there. We can go with cd also. If I need to go in test folder again, okay, so we can use the set location command also. Okay, you can use set location command also, like this. Like if I go back right now on E, if I go to SL, and then I need to go E test, I need to define the path where I need to go. SL means set location, enter it. So as you can see that right now I'm in E and I'm in test folder now. Now if I go for ls, so as you can see that the test file is there. So if you can see even the remote visual also, that we can get it like this, test.txt. Okay, so this is the basic, very basic command we are using with PowerShell. Okay, the commands is already showing you what we have. Select location. Okay, we have a select location command is there. We have a get host command is there. We have a get location command is there. Get location command is to check the present location where we are working right now. GL is also a short form, and then we have a set location to move the location. If I need to go some other location, so I need to set location. Okay, and then we can check with the set location. Mi is a move item. If I need to move some file in a particular drive on a particular location, so we can go for that. Mi means move location, move item. Okay, and then we have a new item. If I need to create a text document, if I need to create any file, so we can go for new item. And if you need to remove the file, so we can go for remove item. Okay, like this. So these are the commands. Okay, so this is the basic command in Windows 10. Okay, you don't need to worry, I'll cover Server 2019 commands as well, okay, in PowerShell. Okay, so that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching.